Before COVID, honestly, school was better. I was able to actually see my friends, my teachers, and it was like a more one-on-one connection with the teacher in person. Uh, well, having my baby before COVID, it was easier because at school there's this like little daycare that was like right next door to my class. So I was able to like concentrate better in my studies. Now after COVID, it's hard.
Honestly, it's been pretty good. But I mean, I go to a private school that has the means to really think about the schedule and really redo it, and they trained all the teachers over the summer, and so, I mean, I feel really lucky.
If we thought then that kids had social, emotional challenges, their needs weren't being met in particular ways, if we thought there were issues then, I don't think we could have ever imagined what the implications of going online would uncover for us in terms of issues for students. Life at Watsonville High was fast-paced, full of a lot of energy, a lot of really amazing students. Watsonville High is 98% Latinx, Latino, Latina. We are made up of a high percentage of first-generation students. Socioeconomically, we're predominantly a low-income area, so 100% of our students receive free and reduced lunch. And most likely, their parents or someone else in their family has worked in the fields or is currently working in the fields.
You don't get enough help from your teachers because you don't have them there, and it could be difficult because about the internet and the connections. And before you could talk with your teachers, go to their classes, ask for help, stay for after school, and now it's like so stressful. Some of my neighbors could be like kind of noisy, and I could not concentrate, and like I would rather have a quiet place like in school.
This has kind of been my project, because I started crocheting about a year ago. So I've been working on it because I've had lots of time. This is Peanut Butter. He's a favorite. Oh, hey, penguin. I like the penguin. Another turtle.
This is cool. I would just say we definitely count ourselves among the lucky here in the sense that we can both work from home and the kids' remote schoolhouse is going well, and we have strong Wi-Fi. In fact, I actually have 2 internet connections in case one goes out. So all of that has really helped make this sort of less awful for us.
I'm really enjoying this year because as a junior at Bentley, we get to choose our seminars for history and English. And so I'm taking super focused classes on, this year it's communism, and I'm taking one all about political satire.
Okay, so a typical day in my classroom would start with all of my students waiting for me outside until I was ready for them, because I felt like when they came in my class, I needed to be 100% present. So when I would greet them, I'd play really loud music in my classroom, and I would shake everybody's hand at the door, because I think that when you are invited into a space of learning, you deserve to be greeted, right?
Excellent. Have a good day, you guys. Have a wonderful day. Nice work today. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you, sweetie. Can you guys give me thumbs up if you're here? Hi, Marissa. Hi, Gwendolyn. How are you guys doing? I remember one time I had a student who was obviously probably undocumented. I had a kid who was, a campus ambassador. And I was like, hey, walk with this kid, and while you're with him, can you make sure and let him know that this is a safe space and that his document status doesn't matter to us and that he can be honest with us because, this is a safe place and there's a lot of students in his boat and we want to get him all the right resources. So in the old days, that's how we did things. Now, kids come and they get scheduled, and then 2 weeks later, we figure out that they're completely misplaced. And it's kind of this catch-up game.
The biggest difference about teaching during COVID is the fact that I don't see my students. Under normal circumstances, right, I'm very intentional, or try to be really intentional about greeting them and really letting them know, I see you. I see you here. I see you learning. And in distance learning, for very good reasons, our students don't turn on their cameras or don't feel comfortable or, whatever, I don't actually get to see them. I'm very aware this year of the fact that when I go in the community to go grocery shopping, I now can't identify who my students are.
Like my Chromebook right now is not working. I cannot talk to my teachers because my mic is not working. So now I have to type it, and sometimes it takes a lot of time to send it.
The modern comprehensive high school model that we see today was devised around the height of the Industrial Revolution. So what do we want to do with those students? We want to train them to be workers. So we set up systems where we have bells and schedules. Students know that when a bell rings, they learn how to respond to a bell so that when they became factory workers, they would know that when a bell rings, they change behaviors. And that's exactly what you do in a public high school. But that student literally goes down an assembly line every day and goes from one content area to the next content area. And they're sort of like a car moving down an assembly line. You reinvent the computer every 18 months, and school hasn't been reinvented since the 1800s. So what just happened with COVID was we just reinvented school. And there are many ways that we're trying to still make it look like that industrial structure.
Nowadays in COVID, each class is 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. We don't have breaks mostly. So if we finish first period, then we had to go to third period, and then we had to go to fifth period. And that's how distance learning is like.
No teacher signed up for this. Teachers were forced, in most cases, within a week, to figure out how to convert everything they'd done for a lifetime onto some kind of online platform. I am hoping that the public also begins to realize what it takes to be a teacher, and dang, it's underpaid.
I had actually already dropped out from the online school that I was in. Right now, I'm working. I'm actually working at FedEx. And yeah, that's what I think about COVID. It has changed a lot of people's lives, including mine.